Phil, thanks for sitting down with us ahead of your side's final Wrexham Down Under Tour match. As you're approaching the end of the tour, how has the return to pre-season been, both for the players and the staff?
Yeah, listen, the tour's been amazing. It really has. The experience we've had, I don't think anyone who's on the tour will ever forget. Obviously, Melbourne was a great experience for us. The first few days, obviously, everyone's recovering from the jet lag, but we had training was good there. Despite that, the game was decent. Obviously, we had a bit of free time, and then obviously Sydney, really blew everybody away. Being in the city, and again, the welcome we had there, like Melbourne, was extraordinary. And over to New Zealand, and we've come to this training facility which is used by the All Blacks, and what an honour that is to be using the same pitches and the gym as a prestigious team as the All Blacks. The facilities here are Premiership and above, I would say. The pitches are really quality. The gym facilities and everything in these surroundings has been outstanding for us. The sun's been shining as well, which we didn't expect here at Wellington. So yeah, that part of it has been great, and we're ready to now finish the trip off with a final game.
And just to speak about those two matches in Australia, 37,000 at the Marvel Stadium for our game against Melbourne, and then over 40,000 for our game against Sydney. How do you reflect back on the club's time in Australia?
Yeah, I think that those two attendances say it all, really. I mean, it was absolutely incredible that a sellout for the game in Sydney, 37,000 in Melbourne, and the amount of Wrexham shirts, scarves, hats we saw around the ground, leading into the ground, is just absolutely mind-blowing, really. And I know the merchandise was sold out very quickly. So yeah, that is something you've almost got to be here to kind of grasp that, the enormity of it. The games themselves, Melbourne, pleased with that one. I felt we weren't at our best against Sydney. We looked a bit disjointed at times, probably still should have won the game. But the physical data was very high, and I think, in pre-season, that is the most important thing for us at this stage. That when we came away from the game, as much as we're frustrated with Ollie Rathbone's injury, obviously, and there was a little bit of a quiet spell when we got back. The positives was the data was high and where it needs to be at this stage of pre-season.
Away from the matches, there has clearly been positives behind the scenes as well. A return to the grass for Andy Cannon after 144 days,
Yeah.
and obviously Mo Fowl continuing his return from injury. That must be quite pleasing for you.
Yeah, no, it's important we brought Andy and Mo with us on the trip, because their progression is key for us and for them. And yeah, Mo's been joining in bits and pieces. Andy's obviously behind that. Sam Smith is still not training, so those of obviously what we expected. There's nothing new there. We knew Sam was going to be a bit behind. Obviously, Ollie Rathbone had an X-ray, which was no break, but then he subsequently had a scan. He's now in a boot for 2 weeks, and we'll assess the injury more after that. And obviously, Jack Marriott is fortunately was ill, and he's been in hospital and had to have his appendix out. So we're going to lose Jack. So we're a bit short on numbers in terms of the strike force. Ryan will assess tomorrow morning just to make sure he's okay. So striker-wise, we're a bit low in numbers, but that's something which sometimes happens in pre-season, and we'll get those lads back fit and ready as soon as we can.
And aside from the lads that you've just mentioned there, how's the current condition of the squad that have been on the pitch?
No, they've been fine. The training's been good. We've had a good day today. Like I said, on a great surface out there, and we'll go through bits of organisation tomorrow before the final game. That the team will have the two teams will have a slightly different look about them, but equally, it's a game we want to get ourselves back to Wrexham in the best possible physical condition, and then look for the last few weeks before we're ready for the season.
And across the course of this tour, the squad have shared the minutes out. How will that benefit the sides as they return to the UK?
Yeah, well, we want to try and get an equal spread of the minutes as we can, and at this stage we've done that. and tomorrow we've got a plan for minutes for each player, and then we can really start extending that when we get back.
Prior to the start of the tour, you added Ryan Hardy and Danny Ward to the ranks. How have they settled in, and how have you found working with them?
Yeah, good. On a tour like this, it's great for new players to integrate with the squad, and Ryan and Dan have slotted in well, yeah.
Speaking about transfer movements, can we expect any more updates in the coming weeks ahead of the game against Southampton?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's out there in the media. We're close to signing a couple of players. It obviously got to the stage where it was pointless bringing players out here because of the jet lag situation. So, we're close to agreeing a couple of deals for players, but obviously till the signatures on the dotted line, you can never say they're done. But yeah, we've been working all different types of hours over here because of the time difference, but in a way that having all the staff together, I don't think we've lost anything by being away from here in a different time zone.
Just finally, we've seen back-to-back promotions. We've seen a very successful 3 years as the club prepare to return to the Championship. What are your expectations ahead of this campaign?
Yeah, I think it's difficult to really predict at the moment, and we'll see how the squad looks when we get into August. We just as a group, we just want to continue representing the club in the way we've done over the last 3-4 years, and we're going into a division which is new to us. We know that, but it's also very exciting for the players who've not been at this level before. Can they adapt to the level? Can we help them adapt and make that transition from Division 1 to the Championship? We've been working on that in training, and what a great challenge for everybody connected with the club. But it is a dream, when you look at the fixtures and the grounds we're going to from where we've been a few years ago. It is really something we've got to behold and embrace every single match as we go along. But there's work to be done on the squad yet. I think everybody knows that. We're working, like I said, extremely hard to get a squad which we feel can compete, whilst working with the lads who are going to make that step up as well.
Thanks, Phil.